And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Boston Red Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set and on the hill. Cutter Crawford. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go? Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. The pitch. Rips one to right. Abreu pulls that one down, and there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Not close with that one. And a count 1-2. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it, and you swing over the top. And that's why they call it a split-finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
The 1-0.
That's a ball. 2-0.
That one in there to Mike Trout. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
2-2.
And another ball.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Jorge Soler down the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Trout off of first with 2 away. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Got him. Out number 3. Angels strand 1. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in Boston, and towing the slab, Chase Silseth. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
As he turns on the rubber, here with that good live arm delivers. Jarren Duran, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. The wind of the pitch. Got it by him for the K.
Now, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base pass. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Masataka Yoshida stands in now, looks at that one inside. And that's outside. And now 2-0. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Ward going back, pulls it in on the warning track. Check out the Red Sox lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Rafael Devers at the plate and takes high there. There's a strike at the knees. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Triston Casas. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No ball. 1 strike.
Outside, and the count even 1-1. Two outs. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Trout going back on this one. And it's off the Green Monster. Around third. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Back-to-back base hits. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now a chance for Alex Bregman. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. Fastball for a strike. And the right-hander deals in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
And that one hammered out towards left field. That one back there, and it is gone well over the monster. A gigantic blast. It's 3-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Wilyer Abreu stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
No strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. And a foul ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Red Sox already leading. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Top of the second, and now the catcher comes up to him. Logan O'Hoppe.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Right side, Abreu settles under it, hauls it in for the out.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 3. Taylor.
Now it's going to be
Ward.
Taylor Ward. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. First pitch, and he just misses.
No, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
That catches the top part of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. And they'll do it again. The Halos trailing by 3 here at the top of the second. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a pitch. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Ripped to short. Save. Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
No, that's a really tough play no matter who you are, but I think he has a chance to get him at first if he's just able to get that throw off a little quicker. It looked like he took one extra step to set himself and get a grip on the ball.
Man at first. Now the third baseman. And that one hammered. And that gets down into the gap. Neto around third. The relay to the plate. He scores, and it's now a 2-run game.
Wastes no time there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Matthew Lugo, the next to hit for the Angels. And foul ball.
Just a matter of inches from picking up an RBI base hit and maybe a double in the process. That was barely foul.
One.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Man at second. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. And the batter now, Connor Wong. Silson back to work. Wong in his second season, 27 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2017. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one finds the zone. Now 2-1.
1 strike.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. He's safe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
So man aboard. So stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. And ball 1. No outs. Runner on second. Pitch misses there. Now 2-0. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Good eye in that spot. (3-1) and he couldn't come up with it.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Trevor Story. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jarren.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now batting Jarren Duran. Led off the game with a strikeout. First pitch misses.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
That's That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's down and away.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Fastball for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And the pitch. That one ripped. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. 3rd home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 6-1.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Rafael Devers up to hit. That's outside, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. And another ball. Just off the outside edge. And it's 3-0. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Casas at the plate now. That's ball 1. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. That's in there, and it's 1-1. That's down and in.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Sox get 3 on the homer, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Luis Rengifo. And the right-hander back to work.
No.
And that's outside. Ball 1. And delivers outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-0. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And that one is lifted in the air on his way over. Squeezes it, and there's one away.
The batter, the right fielder, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First offering, and it just misses.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2 on, 1 out. A little bit high. 3-0. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Just missed it. Now the catcher up to hit. Logan O'Hoppe flied to right his first time. That one missing inside. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On a line out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Angels strand a couple. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
The right-hander back to work. That misses. Ball 1.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
Right through there for a strike. And a pitch. Stays alive.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
The line to kick the pitch. Bounce to third. One up, one down.
You're out.
Up next, the right fielder,
So up next, Wilyer Abreu. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Slings it across, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The catcher, Connor Wong.
Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And there's a foul ball. And that's in for a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
That one not close. Going to count 1 and 2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it though 6-1. Back in Boston, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Taylor Ward. The wind and the pitch. And that one hit to first. He handles it himself. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. First pitch just misses. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. And he'll be safe at first.
Man, that was a great effort to lunge and pick that one at first. The throw was way short, but he almost bailed him out. Just couldn't get it to stick in the mitt.
Now the third baseman. He doubled home a run in his first AB. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one is back. Out of here. He circles the bases. Third home run of the season. It's 6-3.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept his shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
And now, Matthew Lugo in there at the knees for a strike.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
That one way outside. Now 1-2. The Angels trailing by 3, top half of inning number 4. He goes down looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift in a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Rengifo in the box again, takes a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
2 outs. Now 1-1. That one hammered center field. That's back. And it's off the wall. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation. Can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
And it's scoring position with 2 away. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. That one drilled left field. Duran right there to make the grab. And that is that. 2-run shot for the Angels this inning. It's now 6-3. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back inside Fenway Park, bottom of the 4th, and the batter will be the shortstop, David Hamilton. And he deals. That one's in there. Strike 1. Action in the Angels bullpen. Reed Detmers up and loosening in the pen. Strike 2.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one misses, and it's 1-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Duran stands in here, takes ball 1 low. The pitch. And strike 2.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
And this is inside. Left-hand batter waits. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston, but they still lead it 6-3. We go to the top of the 5th. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. The pitch. That's inside. Trout measures 6 feet
No
2
strike.
inches. 32 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Lifted in the air, right field. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, the right fielder,
Jorge Soler,
Jorge
the next to hit for the
Soler.
Angels. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0. No, that's the
Just
ball.
missed. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a high fly ball in the air, left field. High off the light tower and gone. A towering blast. His 4th home run of the season. And they're chipping away. It's 6-4.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
So 2 away with nobody on. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two down, nobody on. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to kick into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Throws off target as he slides in with a double.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So 2 down, and now the shortstop, Zach Neto, 1 for 2. Foul ball there. Man on second, 2 down. That one is absolutely belted. This one's got a chance. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run comes in from second, and it's 6-5.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer run the center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
Man at second here with 2 away. Here's the third baseman. And that drops in for a strike. Kicks and fires. And fouled off. 2 runs across in the inning. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. High fly ball out towards left field. That's bad. Into the monster seats and gone. He powers that one out of here. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 7-6. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Patrick Sandoval.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Matthew Lugo, the next to hit for the Angels. First pitch misses. That one missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Zach Kelly getting loose out there. Hendricks getting loose as well. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And he walked him.
Inside.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Luis Rengifo, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. And a curve misses outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
And now it's even up. Lugo, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the home team down a run. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Fenway, stepping in, Masataka Yoshida. Silseth back to work. Ripped, but it curls foul. And now the 0-1. To the right side. In plenty of time to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's Rafael Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. First pitch, and he just misses. Fought off foul. The Halos up by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Struck him out swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now batting Tristan Casas. Way outside. 1-0. Two outs. There's a swing and a miss.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Next pitch is downstairs. Just missed.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
On the outside corner, and the count's full.
Full count.
Righty delivers. And he grounds one to the right side. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Angels 7 and the Red Sox 6. Back here in Boston. And here's the first baseman, Nolan Shotwell. The pitch. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Duran brings it in, and there's one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Mike Trout. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that is in for a strike. Going along. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Brennan Bernardino, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. And the 0-2.
1-2.
Wouldn't chase that time. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The other way, takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Pulls that one foul. Swings through that.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Line drive. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Angels 7 and the Red Sox 6. Pitching change here, number 52. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Now pitching for the Angels, number 52, Brown. Leading off.
Now it's Alex Bregman, and it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Bird, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on. And
here it comes. In there at the knees, 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Robert Stevenson, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. And it's even up. In the air, left field, moving under it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Abreu, the next to hit, takes outside. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a base hit to left.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Up next for the Red Sox. Just missed. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Right-handed reliever.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Over to first, and he's saved. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. We'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Reed Detmers takes over on the mound.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way, so this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So digging in, David Hamilton. Just missed.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And a good eye there. Breaking ball inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Two on, 1 out. There's the strike, and the count is 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Bird. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Here's Trevor Story now. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Swings and misses. That is strike two.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, and try to climb the ladder.
0-2 now. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Oh, behind the back. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Liam Hendriks.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. He's already homered in this game.
Logan O'Hoppe.
The pitch. That one the other way, and it stays fair.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. 1 for 3. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, these Angels, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swung on, belted. And an automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
So up next, Zach Neto. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they lead by 3.
That's all he needed, just a simple base hit, and he drives in 2 in a huge spot. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And stepping in is the speedy number 0. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
That's inside, and it's 1-0.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
At the belt and fires. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 2. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one off the mark. And now 3-0.
3 balls, no strike.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Zach Kelly.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
And next for L.A., Matthew Lugo.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. On the ground, could be 2. There's 1. And that's 2.
Hey, they played the matchup right there, worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
And now here is Luis Rengifo. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Neto on third with 2 out. Outside. And a count 1-2. Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Dude, that wasn't even close. You know, sometimes a guy will barely miss the zone and hit someone, but right there, he completely lost the handle, and that's when it gets a little scary.
And a foul ball. And a pitch.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
It's a good take.
Got it. Good job at damage control right there. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Angels 9 and the Red Sox 6. Back now at Fenway. Here's the left fielder, Jarren Duran. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. The wind of the pitch. Just off the inside edge.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Late with the swing there.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Slings to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. And stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. He's already homered here in this one. Slider clips the corner.
0-2.
And that one in the air center field. Trout is there. Brings it in. And there are 2 outs.
the bat, the designated hitter.
And here is Devers. A strikeout and a walk. The other way, and he beats the shift. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Fouled off. He was late. Late on that fastball.
No ball.
The Angels leading by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is downstairs.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just trying to overthrow that pitch.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Two outs. Not even close there. It's 2-2. Lifted in the air out to left. Ward drifts towards it. That is the inning. And the Red Sox leave one. So the deficit remains 9-6. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Kelly back to work. And that's outside.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare...
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A massive home run. And they add on. It's 10-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Now it's the right fielder, Jorge Soler.
Ball.
And there's a ball. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it hits off the monster. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, not in time. He's got a double.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
For the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And the righty deals.
1-2.
Soler at second with nobody out. There's a swing and a drive. And it bangs off the monster. Runner from second scores as they add on. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Josh Winkowski. He has a great slider with tons of movement. So man aboard. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. That's off the mark. Ball 1. And the right-hander deals the other way. And that's a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
The batter, number 9. Shortstop.
Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
That's outside. Ball 1.
1-0.
And that's outside.
2 balls, no strikes.
That one misses. And now 3-0. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. And we're in the top of the 8th. And that's in for a strike. And that's too high, ball 4.
The batter.
Now the third baseman. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And a pitch. Just missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And a pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Bases juiced, no outs. There's a strike. 3-1.
3-1.
That clips the corner.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Makes the grab. Both runners tagging from second and third. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 12-6.
Well, that's the third run of the inning, and this team is doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
2 on, 1 out. So in now for the Angels, Matthew Lugo. Swings through that one.
No ball, 1 strike.
To third might be 2. Over to Story for 1. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 was the solo homer. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Angels 12 and the Red Sox 6. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now it's Alex Bregman.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the third baseman.
The wind of the pitch.
Alex Bregman.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Action in the Angels bullpen. Brock Burke, the left-hander, up and throwing. Stevenson, the right-hander, also getting loose. 0-1 now.
Ball.
That's a little bit low.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fastball for a strike. And a ball evens the count. And another ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Wilyer Abreu.
Now here is Wilyer Abreu. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped in the air, left field. Ward hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher,
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. Next offering is outside. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Red Sox go down quietly. Deficit holds steady at 12-6. Go to the 9th, and now the designated hitter for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. And a pitch. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. The pitch.
Ball
And
two.
downstairs. Struck him out looking.
Now batting.
Nolan
the first baseman,
Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels.
Shanuel.
Up and in, and that's ball one. On the ground to third. A dive, he's got it. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Cat-like reflexes on that one. Makes the dive, has to get up. Clean exchange to throw a strike across the diamond. And what a tremendous play.
2 outs, base is empty. And now batting, Mike Trout. In for a strike. It's 0-1. And a strike.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses with that one. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Jorge Soler. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. And that's outside, and it's 1-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and that is that. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Angels 12 and the Red Sox 6. Back here in Boston, bottom of the 9th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, David Hamilton. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Could have let that pitch get a little deeper into the zone and tried to go the other way with it. Got it off the end a little bit, but found a hole up the middle.
Story in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1.
That one missed. And he deals. And that one pulled foul. Hamilton aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Duran now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Hit in the air, left field. As this one sized up, drops into the glove.
The center fielder, number 7, Masataka Yoshida.
So it's their last chance in this one. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. There's a strike. They're down to their final strike.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Pitch misses, and the count 1-2. This could end it. The Red Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. And another ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Next offering way off the plate.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And a final score of 12-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.